The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
Are recording. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I don't know what we'd ever do without the support of the people. All right, 3, 2. You done scratching your head? You need to wash your hair. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I might actually put this tiny ass clip on our Instagram to be like, you see what I gotta put up with before we actually start the episode? Cause that was so extra. That was so extra. You did all of this. You went like, damn.
You gotta make sure it's clean. Am I lined up? Check it.
You ain't even. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
Can't see it. Where my white chalk at?
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
Answer me this. From a man. Answer me this. What's the point of the white chalk? What is that?
I don't know why they used white. Because I think they, at one point, I knew a barber that used the white, and I'm like, why white? Like, if anything, why not use black so that way it blends in and looks more natural? You know?
Right. That was always the thing. Like, why the fuck they got white chalk?
It's dumb. I don't get it. I don't get it. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy JB, one half of your co-hosting team for the Drunk Texting Podcast. You know, the podcast where we have some drinks, talk some meth, and help you through your thirsty Thursdays as only we can. I hope you're having a great day. We are here at the Drunk Texting Podcast where none of our hairlines are drawn on with white chalk. As I've already said, I am one half of your co-hosting team, JB, and I am joined, as always, by my co-hostess, with the mostest. Please tell the people who you are, what your adjective is for the week.
I am the chili.
Oh no, you cold?
I've been cold all day, bro. It's not even funny.
That's tragic.
The chili, Kristal DeShan. I cannot get one for the life of me, bro.
The chili, Kristal DeShan. Oh, that is.
When's the last time you had chili?
Like October, November. My wife made some chili back a few months ago. That was like the end of her soup, and I know chili isn't a soup, but like it was.
Is it a soup? Is it a soup though?
It's not. It's
How
thicker.
is it not a soup?
It's too thick. It's too thick.
It's just a big soup.
It's too thick to be a soup. It's too thick.
It's still a soup.
No. Chili is not a soup.
It is.
Chili is not. We're not starting the podcast with this argument. We are not doing this. No.
If you look at the cube rule of food, if it don't have no bread, it's a soup.
That's what.
If it ain't got no bread, it's a soup. If it don't got no bread, it's a soup.
No, because by that logic, no, shut your mouth. Because by that logic, collard greens are a soup. Collard greens are not soup.
Yeah. They are soup. If you add a whole bunch of liquid, get a whole bunch of the juice out the pot, it's collard green soup.
I've joked about this so often on this podcast, I actually think I might have an aneurysm now. Never in my 28 years of life have I heard you are about to go in the same tier of Cam from the You Should Know podcast. I'm about to put you in that tier because what do you mean? Not Cam, Peyton. I'm putting you next to Peyton. Because what do you mean?
You put enough juice from the collard green pot in a bowl, throw a few collard greens in there, it's now soup. It's collard green soup.
First off, if you're eating that much of the juice off of your collard green, you will not live a long life. Oh my goodness gracious, you're gonna be in the hospital in 7 to 10 business days of you doing
That's
that.
not our. Listen, we
Oh
don't
my
judge
goodness
people.
gracious, what are you talking about? Please don't do this right now. I had a relatively good day, and
And
you're
this is
about
a,
to
this
ruin it.
is a great day. What do
You're
you mean?
about to ruin it with this.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am just spreading food knowledge to the
No, you're
world.
not. You're making me like you're making me more upset by the passing moment.
I'm
We haven't
making
even
you
had a
think.
chance. We
I'm,
haven't
I'm
even had
making
a
you think.
chance to introduce what we're drinking today, and I'm
Technically, we're drinking soup.
ladies and gentlemen, that has been the episode. I'm not doing this shit. Oh my gosh, what are you
There's no bread, so we're all drinking soup.
liquid?
Soup.
Drinks aren't soup
Why not?
because they don't have any of the nutritional value.
Why not? So
Alcohol,
if I juice an orange, that's not a that's not, ain't no nutrition in that.
but it's not soup. It's orange juice.
Why,
It's
why is it
orange
not soup?
juice. Oh my god.
Why is it not
Oh
soup?
my god, my head.
Is juice not soup? Can soup
No!
not be a juice when you done ate all the chicken
I
noodle
hate
out
it.
of it?
Oh my
What you
god.
got left?
No.
You can pour it in a cup. Now it's
No.
juice.
I hate this so much.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm just trying to enlighten you and
No.
everyone
No. No.
about
No.
the joys of
No.
juice.
No. Because what you're not about to do.
Juice.
What you are not about to do is we haven't even been in this podcast for five. I don't even know if we've been in this podcast for 5 minutes yet, and you are already pushing my set. It's bad enough I already got to deal with your friend on a day-to-day basis.
And she would agree with me.
You know what? Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Because what we about to do.
A few moments later.
Kristal has brought into this space, this hallowed grounds, if you will. Well, first off, it started because she had the nerve to say that chili is soup.
How thick is the chili?
It's
Thank
chili.
you! Thank you!
It's
Thank you!
not-
Shut up!
It's
She
in the
said, how
family.
thick is it? Thank you! Chili is too
It's
thick!
It's just thick soup.
No!
It's just thick.
She's saying that chili is just thick soup. No!
So
Yes.
my version of thick soup
Yes.
is like beef stew, and it got all like the vegetables and stuff in it.
Beef stew is soup, bro.
No, because what is it? What was it that they had in Goldilocks and the porridge? Porridge. Thick soup is just porridge, but chili isn't a porridge. Chili, oh my god, bro,
Chili
Soup
has the
is a-
consistency of porridge.
it can.
is a spectrum, bro.
She's saying that anything that doesn't have bread is soup. Anything that's anything that's like liquid that like has no bread is soup. So she had the nerve, the gall, the audacity to say that orange juice was soup.
I mean, if
Stop
you put
it.
it in a bowl,
Who's putting orange juice in a bowl?
if you got nothing but dirty cups and you being lazy and you put it in a bowl,
Dog, I am surrounded right
it's like
now.
the same thing of eating cereal out of a mug.
Cereal is not soup. We are not doing this shit.
Cereal is
Cereal
soup.
is soup.
No!
I win.
I
Cereal
hate
is
this
soup.
so bad.
Cereal
I
is
hate,
soup.
I hate this
literally
so
soup.
bad.
What's the difference?
It's just
like
breakfast
once
soup.
you eat all like let's say the pasta and the vegetables and whatnot out of the soup, what do? You drink the soup.
Who
So then,
drinks the soup?
out of the bowl? When
The
you
only-
lift it up and you drink it. So then
Thank
it
you.
just becomes like savory juice.
My exact words. See, told you.
I hate this so. Oh, I might have it.
I told you.
You have failed me. You have failed me.
What?
You were
done
supposed to
exactly
just agree
her
with
job.
me.
She
You
did
were
her
just supposed
job.
to agree with me.
You asked me
You
a
know what?
question, I gave an opinion.
I don't know what you're right.
I hate this so much.
Wait, hold on. What do you say?
Studio audience, you're my one hope.
I have no thought on this shit.
You know what? You know what?
What does studio audience say?
He said he has no thoughts on this. He has no opinion on this debate. And you know what? I can let that slide. I really can. I can let that slide. Orange juice ain't no doggone soup.
Yes, it is.
Because I told her that by her logic, collard greens are a soup.
Collard greens is more like a wet salad. Like a salad that got too much dressing on it.
But you know what?
That's
I'd
right.
accept that before calling it collard greens soup.
But
Now there's
what
some
I
people
say.
that put way too much fucking water. Now that shit be soupy as hell. Like Old Times, that shit soupy as hell.
But
At
that doesn't
point,
mean that it's
just spinach
soup. Because, and again, on top of that, collard greens, you strain the liquid off of it before you put it on your plate. Every
Everybody.
time.
Not everybody.
I get a little bit of juice so I can put it on my rice.
Yeah, but you don't get so much that your greens are swimming in it. That's the point I'm making. And on top of it, there's a
Technically,
difference.
it's swimming in the pot. So technically, when it's in a pot, it's collard green soup.
Oh my God. No. You know what? No. Because, and I'll continue this, because the content to juice ratio, there has to be more juice to the content. There's not that in any situation that has been called, including chili. Oh my God, y'all.
So if you take all the beef, the beans, everything else out the chili, what you have left?
But isn't
Nothing!
there like chili soup?
What?
Isn't there chili soup?
There is a chili soup, yes, because it takes the content of the chili and then they add way more sauce and way more like juices to make it a soupy texture, to make it a soupy consistency. But when chili is by itself, if you take out the ground beef, you take out the beans, you take out the peppers, you don't have anything left because everything that is with the chili is a part of the chili. There's
Technically,
no
you still have
soup.
to put tomato paste, and some people use like chicken broth or beef broth. So
But they
then
don't
you
use
still
enough.
But that means it's a soup base.
But that means it's not soup, though. Just because it is based in a soup doesn't make it a soup by the finished product.
But
will stand
it
on
still
this
has
hill.
a soup base.
I'm gonna die on this hill. I don't care. I will die on this hill. Chili is not a soup.
I don't know. Wendy's chili did they kind of
Now we're just trying to slice hairs at this point.
because Wendy's chili versus Steak and Shake chili. Steak and Shake chili is really like that chili, and then Wendy's chili is more like soup.
Oh my God, I had something I was gonna do for small talk today. We didn't even get a chance to get to it because it's all the soup nonsense. I don't even want to do my small talk anymore. Y'all have effectively blown me so bad to the point of like, dog,
enhanced your mind.
I'm so flabbergasted. I am so flabbergasted right now, dog.
It just enlightened you on the spectrum of soup.
It's not on the.
Soup is a spectrum. I just told you that.
She's claiming soup in the spectrum, and I hate every drop of this. I hate every drop of this conversation.
I mean,
Am I not wrong?
You are entirely wrong. You are entirely wrong. You are entirely wrong. Because because you need to be able to quantify what are the two ends of that spectrum then. What? Porridge, broth,
watery soup, and then you got thick soup.
porridge and just straight broth.
That's not even. Hold on. What? Repeat what you just said to me. No.
The spectrum comes from watery to thick.
No, absolutely not.
Soup.
You can't even give the two ends of it names that aren't that. You can't even give them names that aren't that. You literally have to use what you're quantifying on the spectrum in the name for the two ends of the spectrum. No, your argument is not. I'm tired of this. She literally was like, the two ends are watery soup and thick soup. You can't add in the thing that you were. Did you just shake your head? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so.
Because watery soup would be like chicken noodle, because chicken noodle is not necessarily thick.
Egg drop.
Again, broth
Exactly. That would be
And
on
then
one
versus
end.
on the other's end, thick soup, that would be like lasagna soup.
I was gonna say kind of like I think it's lugao.
Lugao?
Yes.
Lugao is more like a porridge, but yes.
That would be on the other end. Yes. But
Okay, so you agree?
chili.
soup is spectrum.
No. Chili.
That's
So
Side of
then
the
if you
actually.
take an immersion blender to chili, would that make it a smoothie?
Yes. Yes, it would. Just like ketchup. Ketchup is a smoothie.
Dog. I didn't even hear what you just said. I
Said ketchup is a smoothie.
ladies and gentlemen, I actually might be about to end today's episode after all of 18 minutes because
No,
you didn't even
that's
hear it.
valid.
She just said that you just said ketchup is a smoothie.
Yes.
Technically, yes. Because all it is just blended up
I hate
tomatoes.
I hate all of this. I hate all of
I
this.
don't understand what
I
you're
hate
mad.
all
You're
of
mad
this.
in a bottle. If we put it in a different bottle, then
It's
there
a
you go.
condiment. It's not
Which
a
is a
smoothie because you don't drink. Okay. Well, you know what? How
I
about
don't
this
know,
then?
I see some
How about
bitches
this?
be drinking
How about this?
ketchup.
No. Since the two of you are the ones that are saying that that ketchup is a smoothie, we gonna get y'all a cup of ketchup. Put a straw in that bit, and I want both of y'all to drink it. Since that's how
But
y'all.
it ain't.
What?
It's not a good smoothie, but it's a smoothie nonetheless.
Crystal drank
It's all
syrup
a.
once.
What?
It's all
Crystal
your
drank syrup
preference.
once.
You drank syrup?
We were at
I
IHOP.
did.
Dog. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't even say nothing. I've been in situations where friends have
It
drunk syrup,
was.
so
Whose fault was it? It was Nick's fault.
I can 100% believe that. I can 100%
It
believe
was
that.
Nick's fault.
I can 100% believe it was Nick's fault. Okay, well, thank you for absolutely blowing up the first part of our episode into what I thought was going to be a decent, conversation.
Because you wanted me to agree with you?
Yes, I wanted you to agree with me.
And you
Where
were
is your loyalty?
with me? Duh.
You
shut up.
You asked me a question. I gave you an answer.
Oh, I can't even know peace in my own home. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You're welcome.
At least I know that people will be entertained by this foolishness. I guess thank you, my love. Thank you for at least. We ain't even told them what we drinking on. I just see. I had this whole thing prepared because I was gonna talk about how I did the first ever drunk text taste test on the YouTube channel, and that this week's drink was made from that alcohol that was given to us by Longleaf Distillery. You know what? I'm still gonna do it. So.
Yeah.
Actually, please tell the people what you're drinking. Then I'll go into my whole thing because it's really kind of long. What are you drinking on this week?
I'm drinking on a black cherry juice with what is I don't remember at this point. I don't.
That's tragic.
It's black cherry and something else.
Mm.
I don't even like cherries, but this is good.
We got another one for something she don't like. Cherry. Lord have mercy.
Hate cherries.
We're up to like 4 or 5. We're up to like 5. So if you keep this trend going, you're gonna hit 20 before the end of the year.
Good. I hope so.
And then you'll have to buy me a drink. Absolutely.
It is what it is.
Lord have mercy. But this week's drink, for me at least, if you saw on the YouTube channel, if you're following our YouTube channel, I did, like I kind of mentioned, I did the first ever drunk text taste test where I opened a new bottle of an alcohol that I had never tried before. I did the smell test, the taste test, and I rated it out of 10. This week's drink is from the Longleaf Distillery out of Macon, Georgia. they were so kind and nice as to give us a bottle of gin. That after 2 months and a very heartfelt apology to their page, I cracked it open. I drank some. I posted it, and I have made a poor man's gin and tonic. A poor man's gin and tonic, and what I mean by that is, it's gin, it's tonic water, but as you guys just saw, there was no lime in it or no kind of garnish. So what I did was I put lime juice, because we have lime juice at the house. I forgot to grab a lime when I went and got the tonic water. So I didn't feel like going back out. So I just said, I got the tonic water. We have limes in the house. It's not an exact one-to-one of the actual gin and tonic, but it's serviceable. It does the job. Thank you again to Longleaf Distillery. You guys, I really appreciate it. I hope we can do more with you guys in the future. I really, really hope that we can proctor a good working relationship. We gotta get Kristal back into the studio, but one of these days it'll work out.
We'll talk about
it. We're gonna have to, but we've done our small talk. I mean, I was gonna ask you like how your week had been. I was gonna ask you like what you do over the weekend, and now I don't even care because of the whole soup debacle. Like I'm actually kind of blown. Like
I didn't do anything anyway. I went to work and I was at home. Went over my parents' house. Saw my nephews.
Well, that's
yeah,
fun.
I didn't really do anything this weekend. Took a walk.
Well, that's fun still, at least, honestly. I mean, I didn't really do much.
I was supposed to work, but my manager was like, "Hey, can I take your shift?" Sure, take it.
You sure can.
So, all right, he was like, "Hey, can I work your Sunday?" You surely can. You surely can.
I didn't really do much of nothing either. I did go to a wrestling show this past Sunday. Sadly, it was the last show. It was their last show. Just the guy that was running it. I don't like speaking on the behind the scenes too much, but just things happen on the back end that just it happens. And I will say I had a little bit of vetted, I think is the right word, interest in the goings on of the show and their last show, because that was actually the promotion that gave me my debut match. That was the promotion that gave me my debut match. I finally got a chance after working with them. I worked with them as a referee for 2 years, and then just because the fans liked the story that was going on between me and one of the wrestlers, they kind of got to the point to where they were like, hey, he's doing a good job over there. You might want to give him a match. We want to see him beat him. And so it was pretty cool. But yeah, I really didn't. Outside of that, I didn't really do much of nothing. Yeah, it's pretty tame. I will say, I've been meaning to bring this up a lot recently. I have recently gotten into a mobile game that was actually nominated for like Game of the Year as a PC game. It's called Balatro. And when I tell you that I don't know how to explain it without saying people that have gambling issues would probably love this game.
Oh.
Because basically, the basics of Balatro is that, like, you have to use poker hands in order to, get higher points and beat bigger binds. But then you get, like, special Joker cards that do things like give you extra multipliers, or they give you like extra coins so that way you can get a higher score. And it's like it's really cool. It's a fun game. It's hard for me to explain it without actually like having gameplay to show. I will also say that. Um, I will also say that I see it is on Apple Arcade for anybody that wants to play it. If you have Apple Arcade, it's free on there. Um, well, I say free, but you're paying for Apple Arcade, so you get the game because you pay for Apple Arcade. I currently don't pay for Apple Arcade because it came with the phone, free trial.
Ooh, fun.
And by the time the free trial is up, I'm probably gonna actually keep paying for it because I probably will have dropped something else in my life, so that way I can have some extra dollars to play this. I ain't gonna lie, Apple Arcade has become one of those few things where I'm just kind of like, when it was first introduced, I thought it was kind of stupid. Now that I'm here, it's not as stupid, but okay.
Not the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never listened to Apple Arcade. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for nothing.
No, I
I'm
get
just gonna
it.
play my music I always got.
No, I get it. I 100% get it, but it is what it
And
is.
I love Candy Crush.
But we have preambled very, very much. Wow. I feel like half our episode gonna end up being us arguing about soup.
The Great Soup Debate.
Oh God. Honestly, that might be today's episode name, the Great Soup Debate.
Listen, we can go into a whole debate about the rules of food.
No, I hate it.
Yeah.
I've seen the picture that you are referring to, and I hate it. And we're not gonna do that. Well,
Have you really? Have you really?
yes, I've seen it, and I hate it. But
Which
we
there are two.
what?
There are two pictures.
Ugh, they added another one.
There's one. There's like just like three.
No,
Another one has, like-
another one has like no, the one that I'm talking about has like 9 or 10 things on it.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the good one.
I hate it. Anyway, debating soup and food items and what constitutes what aside, we are going to get into our Would You Rather of the week. This week's Would You Rather is a little bit similar to last week's, but it's not in the vein of like, it's in the same vein of like superheroes, but it's not like you're directly having to fight anybody. It's just you're having to survive. So, this week's Would You Rather. Would you rather have to spend an entire year in the current MCU, so the one that we are currently in right now, the established canon in the MCU, or the current established canon of the DC universe? Not the animated universe, but their like established what's going on with their like live action. Which, what was the last movie that they did that was like a part of the DC canon? It wasn't the Joker Folly Ado, because I don't think that falls under the DC canon of like their like live action universe.
Was it Blue Beetle?
I think that was the last one that falls
Blue Beetle?
under their like continuity. To be honest, their live action movies are not in a good place. They haven't been for a while.
No, that's unfortunate.
I think they might be doing a soft reboot with the Superman movie though.
I think that's what they're going to try to do. I think that is exactly what they're going to try to do. Which, to be fair, I don't blame them. At this point, they have nothing more to lose. They might as well just be like, you know what, soft launch or soft reboot. Boom. Give us. Honestly, though, if they do this, I need them to give us a Teen Titans origin movie and let the Teen Titans have. I need a Teen Titans trilogy in the DC live action extended universe. That's what I need. Because
I'd actually watch.
exactly, if we got a DC Teen Titan trilogy, the first one was their origin where they come together to fight Slade. The second one is Slade and Terra versus the Teen Titans. The third one being the like finale, like especially if they decide to follow the animated show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that would be the like overarching thing of how they could do like that would be the story. Like, oh, the first movie, they gotta fight. They come together to fight Slade. The second one, Slade comes back and he has Terra. Now they have to defeat them. The third one, oh my God, they're still fighting Slade and Terra, but this time they got the powers of what was fucking Raven's dad's name? Trigon.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have the powers of Trigon to help them. So now they gotta fight off Slade and Terra with fucking Trigon magic.
That'd be crazy.
I think that'd be a fucking fantastic trilogy, in my opinion. Zack Snyder, hit me up. I got ideas, dog. But for the Would You Rather, if I had to choose between the two, personally, I feel like I would go MCU. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I would go with the MCU because, to my knowledge, especially if I could just like pick where I wanted to live, I would come to Georgia. I would absolutely 100% just bring myself back to Georgia. Like, I wake up tomorrow, I'm in the MCU. Oh, I'm going to Georgia because to my knowledge, I think we've only gotten like 1 or 2 confirmed canon scenes within the state of Georgia. Like, yeah, of course, you know, the movies is like, oh, well, they've done scenes in Georgia, but like they were always set as other places in the country or in the world. They weren't established as like
here.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, I think we've only gotten 2 confirmed places in Georgia that have popped up within the canon. So I'm like, yeah, put me back in there, bro. My chances of getting fucked up are low. It ain't 0, and I understand that, but they are very low. Considering right now it's post-snap Thanos era MCU, which means that even if I was blipped away, I got brought back. Yeah, I'm cool. Give it to MCU. And that's because, and I will admit this though, a lot of it has to do with the fact that because a lot of the MCU villains, with the exception of, I believe, Thanos, all the rest of them are specifically trying to go after like a big name entity or a superhero. They are not trying to just like wreak havoc on like the lesser people, like in the DC universe. In DC, a lot of those villains literally just be trying to start shit just to be starting shit, just to fuck up somebody's day. And don't get me wrong, in the comic books, the villains in the Marvel universe are just as bad. They do the same thing. But MCU villains, they all have to have some kind of like tragic pitfall that makes them like, oh, they're a tragic character. So it's like, me as just a regular person, I'm not going to get killed because of it. Because I'm not going to be a security guard. I'm not going to be somebody guarding something that's incredibly dangerous and could mean destruction to half the world because of it. I'm going to be the guy chilling at my house, watching the Hulk take my car and throw it 4 city blocks. Call up my insurance company like, hey, bro, so, the Hulk just threw my car. Yeah. The Toyota. Yeah.
I don't know if that's covered under your policy, my guy.
Like hell it is. I definitely make sure I paid for the superhero package. The hell it is. I paid for the superhero package, goddammit.
Until next month, sir. I'm so sorry.
But I want to speak to your manager.
The manager is busy right now.
I don't give a damn. I'll wait. Put me on hold if you want to. I don't care.
Let me put you on a brief hold. Plays every generic business music. Triggers everything.
Bro, the wait music for financial aid at VSU.
That's the specific one I'm talking about.
Every single time I hear that one, I'm just like, bro. I
don't even want to hold no more, bro. Just take me off the phone.
Bro, the fucking
just take.
Whoever made that hold music, I hope you're having a great life, cause that was.
They need to do. I wonder if they got the same hold music.
Part of me wants to call and see.
Music? Well, who makes hold music?
You know, I ain't gonna cap though. if I was if I was somebody that produced music, that would be one of my goals is to have like hold music or elevator music.
Mm.
Because the thing is, these companies still have to pay for that music. They still have to pay to use it. So it's like, dang, out of all the hold music, out of all the stuff that they have, they paid for mine? That's what's up. I'll mess with it.
Oh, apparently there are requirements for hold music.
Which
They have
are?
requirements for hold.
Which
Yeah.
are?
I hate when articles don't just have like numbers or bullet points. Yeah, I'm not reading that whole article. I'm not doing that. Like all that noise. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Someone should make hold music. Make new funky hold music.
That's fair.
I don't even play music in elevators no more, for real, for real.
They really don't. They don't. You got to
And
be
that's
in
a
a
shame.
very specific place. You got to be in a very specific place in order to get elevator music anymore.
But that just took us all the way off
It
topic.
did. It did. But what would your answer be? Because I say I'd want to do the current state of the MCU, just because there's no villains currently that just want to screw over the little person. They want to get back at like superheroes and the big entities.
See, and you probably gonna look at me crazy. I've never really been into superhero anything, for real, for real. Never have. Still not.
Technically, my hero.
I will punch you.
That's, that's
I will punch you.
Nah. Don't be like that. Because when you got proved wrong, when somebody says something that you don't like, that's against what you like, now you got something to say. Nah, don't be like that.
Yeah, I have never really been, so I'm not into DC, not into Marvel. I don't know anything about anything. I can't half name none of the heroes.
Mm.
So I don't know if I have a fair stake in this fight.
Well, then fine.
'Cause I
Studio
don't know
audience.
the difference.
What is studio audience?
Right, whatever his answer is, he'll answer it for me. And I'll take it as fact. And I will not negate it.
That's crazy. All right, studio audience. What your answer?
In the MCU because Deadpool, and there's always a good time with Deadpool.
If he doesn't
There's
decide
no
to
chance.
if he doesn't decide to put two in the side of your head just because he didn't like what you had to say,
Alright. If he gives me dog pool, I'll take it.
you know he's not doing that. You know he's not doing that.
I don't care. I just want dog pool.
He's not gonna give you he's not gonna give you dog pool.
No,
Also,
I don't care.
I love how you completely negate what you just said by being able to name a niche character within
It's because he made me watch the movies.
mm,
We literally drove all the way to freaking Epic downtown just to watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
sounds like it was a fun time. What are you complaining about?
What was a great time. Very fancy movie theater.
All right then.
Yeah, had a great time.
All right
Great
then.
movie, but I still didn't want anything else. As I can do with Deadpool. That's it.
It's okay,
And I
studio
couldn't even tell you.
audience.
I couldn't tell you which universe Deadpool was in. Like, oh, that's Deadpool. Which universe he in? I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay, studio audience. Listen, there's a whole legion of men out there, I included, that we here for you, bro. It's okay.
No, because what's crazy is that was actually our very first conversation ever was about superhero movies. That was our like when we first matched. That was our first conversation was about superhero movies. So he knew what he was getting into, even from the very beginning. He knew nothing else besides I didn't like superhero movies. He knew that.
Listen, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. That I can at least be appreciative in knowing that you and I are similar in the fact of like we knew what we were getting into, but we still went ahead with our decisions. I can at least be appreciative. I can at least be appreciative that I am not alone in this. We knew what we were getting ourselves into, and we just go hold our heads high and push through and muscle forward and figure out a way to get through to the end.
Yes, sir.
But now that I think about it, our first conversation was me saying something, you saying why. You questioning me. I said, I like smoke. Why not?
He was trying to therapy. He was trying to
Therapize.
Yes. He was trying to therapize.
Questioning me from the very beginning.
As he should have. You need somebody
That
that can
should
question
not
you.
I mean, it stood out among the rest, so I guess.
Exactly. Now y'all are here, engaged, madly in love. Well, don't jump to agree with me too hard, you two. Damn.
Listen, you said madly. I be getting mad, all right.
That should not have been as funny to me as it was. I am so sorry. That should not have been as funny. It really shouldn't have. Also, this gin and tonic, the ice that I put in that motherfucker didn't do shit. Because it is still strong in the motherfucker. God almighty.
No, and that's unfortunate. Like
I'm gonna drink it all before we get done. But, good lord. Well, speaking of before we get done, we're going to move on to our next section. Which is, in fact, for the culture... Because we are still in Black History Month. We are still going to have a good time. Actually, oh my gosh, I am going to see if I can find... I'm going to see if I can find this before we get into... Come on. Oh, please. Oh, man, where is it? Oh.
Can't find it.
Please, I need to find. Yes, found it. I found it. Okay. So we're gonna watch this because I have to give Kristal the full context.
Yeah.
Now, some of you might know Keith Lee recently went to Europe. And in his Europe trip, he's been doing the Keith Lee thing. He's been trying foods. He's been, experiencing. The Europeans, and I think it's the French, I think, specifically. I don't know who is known for this dish, the beans on toast dish. I don't know who's known for that most.
It's England.
Thank you.
England.
Thank you.
They don't beans on toast.
So he tried that at a breakfast place. And to say his reactions weren't the best, here we go.
Officially in London, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so the first thing we had then is breakfast. I got it, let's try it, every 1 through 10. We didn't spend anything because this is from the hotel. On top of being here for the food tour, we actually got invited by Netflix to come and watch behind the scenes of Bridgerton. So under here is a full English breakfast. At first glance, to me, it looks like a normal breakfast, but the longer you look at it, the more things that I don't recognize start becoming apparent. So we got eggs, hash browns, sausage, a mushroom, bacon, beans, tomatoes, and black pudding or blood sausage. Start with the eggs. It's like a soft scrambled egg. I love a soft scrambled egg.
The scrambled eggs look good.
It's salted well. It's an egg. It's cooked very well, in my opinion, too. 6 out of 10. Hash brown.
Bro,
very reminiscent to McDonald's hash brown, even though it's a lot greasier and a lot less salty. 4 out of 10. Bacon. It's very thick cut hickory smoked. What do you rate bacon? 7 out of 10. I'm not going to eat the beans by themselves because it's just beans. I'm going to put the beans on.
Here we go. Hold on.
Beans.
Before we get into this section right here, let me just say, I have laughed so hard at what he's about to do because of the fact that, like, I can't even really. I'm gonna just keep playing it. Just know that what happens is funny.
On toast.
That's some hard ass toast.
The bread is definitely stale. The tomatoes kind of taste like they were based in ketchup, and a very like sweet ketchup too. It's very mushy. In my opinion, there's no flavor other than like I said, a sweet ketchup, no salt, no seasoning. In my opinion, this is extremely low. 1 out of 10. A mushroom, and as a mushroom lover, I'm not really sure this is what it's supposed to look like, or I'm just not familiar with type of mushroom this is. I normally wouldn't just bite into a mushroom by itself, so just to give a fair shake, I'm gonna eat it like with some combinations of other things. Some eggs, a little bite of hash brown, a little bacon. Just to be fair, this is what I would do at home, not a mushroom.
What kind of mushroom is that?
It's just a mushroom. It don't feel like they did anything to it. It's just a mushroom. I'm not gonna rate it. Sausage.
Not even rated.
Bro, why is everything so
tastes
crispy?
Like pork sausage. It don't really taste like anything but pork to me. I was expecting like sage or some kind of herb because there are like speckles of herbs in here. But to me, I don't really taste anything but just pork. And I'm not a huge fan. 4 out of 10. Last but not least, the black pudding or blood sausage. According to Google, this typically contains blood, fat, cereal, and seasonings. I'm going to go completely non-biased, and I know this is something different. This is something new. I'm going to just try it. Open-minded.
He said open-minded. No!
Immediately tastes like blood. It tastes like iron. I've had liver and things that taste like iron, so it wasn't the iron taste that kind of threw me off. The chunks of other things is extremely unsettling for me. I fully understand that's a thing that people enjoy, and it's an acquired taste. But for me, it's a 0 out of 10. I'm not going to let this be my first impression of English food, because again, it's hotel food. I'm still extremely optimistic of what this food tour holds, and I can't wait. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. Me and my family.
So, that, as you probably could guess, have the English up in arms.
Okay, and y'all food nasty. Y'all food like y'all eating in the Great Depression.
Bro, my thing is, and I told this to my wife, I was like, their ancestor, their forefathers, invaded upwards of like 90% of the world for spices. Only for, in this big year of 2025, for them to eat food that looked like it's devoid of flavor.
And I don't know how I ended up on British food TikTok, but every time they eating something, it looks so sad.
Bro, every time. Bro, did you see the one? I can't remember. It's like a crisp sandwich, and literally all it was like bread, mayonnaise, and chips. I was like, damn.
I was like, on there, something.
I was like, damn. Out of all the struggle meals that I done ate, I ain't never in my life. Right. I was like, damn, you ain't even
got no flavor. Plain salt chips. Like, those are Doritos on something.
Like, they couldn't even put no ham, no bologna, none of that. Dog.
I saw one today. It was, I think, 2 girls. They were at a restaurant. The girl, I don't know what she had on this plate. It was something brown, some mashed potatoes, and the rest, 80% of the plate was this green soup-looking stuff.
Ooh.
The person recording, she was like, "Oh, don't taste it by itself. It don't taste like nothing." But it was taking up 80% of the plate.
That.
And even if she ate it, she was like, "For why do y'all do this to yourselves and eat like this?"
I mean, I really want to know, because
it's just entertaining, because they'll come over here and they'll eat the American food. They're like, now this is flavor. Like, duh. This is called eating. I don't know what y'all are doing over there. Y'all are playing in food.
That's what they're doing. Exactly.
We're eating. Here, we're driving. Y'all are eating green liquid on top of some fucking mashed potatoes that don't like they got no flavor either. None of their food look like got a speck of nothing in it.
They really don't. This for the culture is not just going to be us dunking on the English. This was to mention.
We're not dunking on the English. We're dunking on their food.
True. Well, I mean, by extension of dunking on their food, we're dunking on them. But like, the reason for this for the culture was because I wanted to bring positivity to somebody whose whole career has been about bringing positivity and doing things in a way that only he has been able to do. And the fact that he's international now, like, he's now across the pond, did they say, trying food over there and getting this chance to be behind the scenes at Bridgerton. Like that is a flex. In my humble opinion, as somebody who loves Bridgerton, that is a flex, dog. Like I would pull that out my back pocket at any chance I got. Like, hey, I was behind the scenes for Bridgerton season 4. Like that. That like I would do that, especially if I'd be like I got to meet Lady Danbury and Lady Whistledown. It's like I met all the Bridgerton children.
See, I didn't watch Bridgerton until like school, fun times.
You
You should have
need
went
to.
to the Bridgerton experience.
Nah, after what I heard about the Bridgerton experience and how badly it went off, I'm good on it. Nah, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
asked Gabby about how, because Gabby saw some of the TikToks from that night. She was just like, nah, we lucked out by not going.
That's crazy.
Ain't it though? But all of that to wrap it up to say, Keith Lee, keep doing your thing. If you ever actually do manage to see this, that would be cool. You know, we have an ever-growing list of people we want to interview. We got Megan Thee Stallion. We got, I said Megan. Who else did we put on that list? I'm immediately drawing a blank.
One.
Speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, before we move on, I meant to say something to you before we started, but we're here now. I'm going to say it on the podcast. You got called out by one of my homies that listens to this podcast. You got called out by one of my friends.
What did I do?
Because they were like, dog, I'm not saying I don't understand, but your co-host is absolutely down bad for Megan Thee Stallion right now. I'm gonna need her to stand up. And I was like, dog, you don't have to do her like that. Dog, it's fine. He was like, nah, I'm not saying she ain't.
She's down bad for Megan. Look at her.
I'm not saying she, and his whole thing was like, I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to be down bad for Megan. However, like, dang, pull it back in, dog. You scaring the hoes.
What if the hose is scaring me? What about
That's
what if
not
Megan
fair.
is scaring me?
What if the hoes scaring me? Listen, I ain't gonna cap with you. I talk my game the way I talk my game, but if a 6'2", 6'3" woman walked up to me, looked down at me and was like, I think you're cute, I would fold. I'm like,
Go ahead and into the public, because what do you do?
dog, I'm letting you know, like, I'm folding, but not like I'm giving in to her. Like, I'm folding like, dog, I'm scared. I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm folding like that, because don't get me wrong, I definitely have had a thing for women that were taller than me. But, like, the thing of it, I'm confident in my height. I am. I'm 100% confident in my height. But to know, especially to know if they like approach me first, and I think that's part of it. I think that really is part of it. I don't have enough confidence in myself that if somebody approached me and was like, ooh, you're attractive, I wouldn't know what to do with that. I wouldn't. I would not know. Even to my wife, there were times when we were in the dating phase where she would come up to me and be like, sexy. And I'm just like, stop. Like I didn't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do.
That's always interesting, because I don't think that's the norm, because a lot of guys will not admit that they like taller women. So that's different. I like that.
That's crazy. Listen. That's why I really don't be having a problem when my wife wear her heels and she a little bit taller than me. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up. Listen.
Girls, it's different, because most guys is taller than a lot of guys is taller than us, so we're just like, we used to look it up.
Listen.
But having to look up to us is like,
Listen, there was one time when I went to a club with one of my brothers in Florida. And it was one girl. I'll never forget. I don't know her name. I don't remember her name. I really slick don't even remember what she was wearing. I remember she was wearing like a two-piece. I remember that much, but I don't remember the color, the design, none of it. She was literally head and shoulders taller than me.
That's so funny.
We was on the dance floor, and the top of my head was halfway in the middle of her chest. And she wasn't even wearing heels. Like, she had like some of those like wedges, basically, like just to give like that little bit. So like if this is the floor, like it was like maybe this much off the floor.
You should have some kitten heels. Get out of here,
man. When I tell you it, like, because the whole night, and I'll admit this, I didn't try to flirt. I didn't try to shoot my shot. None of that. But the whole night, every time I was on the dance floor, it seemed like I would just magically appear next to her. Every time. And I'm sitting here like, where did my brother go? Where did my homies go? I am confusion.
Don't worry about none of that. You got Miss Mountain next to you.
Listen. There's a reason that nothing happened between me and her. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I'm happy for where I'm at.
That's facts. I give you that.
Look.
You.
Don't get me wrong, because I definitely have had those. Because I talk to my friends a lot. We talk about like multiverse and like the theory that the multiverse is real, and like at any one particular time, your multiverse variant is doing something completely different than you. And I've talked to my friends about that. I'm like, what do you think the variant of me that ended up doing XYZ is doing right now? Or what do you think the variant of me that never talked to insert person here? What do you think he's doing now? It's like, look, there's one. Oh, and he still gets on my nerves because he asked me this. He was just like, what do you think would have happened? Or like, what do you think the multiversal version of you that got with old girl that summer? What do you think he's up to right now? And I was just like, probably has 2 kids.
Ooh.
Probably has 2 kids, and they're probably both hers at the very least. Truthfully, probably. I don't know if they would still be together because they were both very stupid and immature back in that summer. But, you know, it is what it is.
That's fair. There's so many different multiverse meanings. One of them is out there somewhere.
Dang.
Probably with a kid.
Listen, I've come to the realization, and I've made this joke with one of my coworkers, multiple times. I was like, do you know how specific of a set of things had to have happened to get me to this point right here that I am in currently? Because I promise you, all it would have taken was 1 or 2 things to be different. I would be a baby daddy of 3.
Oh, not 3. It jumped from 2 to 3.
I would be a baby daddy of 3 with 2 different women. I was like, do you know how specific of a set of things had to happen for me to not end up in that situation? Because I have dreams where I see glimpses of other things happening. And I know this might sound weird. Some people might not believe it. I have glimpses of other things that have happened. And not just, oh, these are things that I'm dreaming about. No, these are actual, like, glimpses of, like, oh my God, this is what's going on in another world.
I truly believe dreams are your other universes, are paths crossing through dreams.
Absolutely.
You're just like walking through and you look over, oh, that's what this one's doing. That's what that one's doing. Our dreams are our view into the multiverse, to what our other sides are doing.
I want to know why I have eaten ice cream in my multiverse multiple times while I'm asleep. Because that had happened over the past, like, 5 years. I have quite literally had at least, like, a dozen dreams where I was eating ice cream and I would, like, go over to bite the ice cream and almost fall off the bed.
Interesting.
And I'm just like, why are y'all eating ice cream so much? Explain that to me.
Maybe they like ice cream.
And the crazy
Why do I keep having dreams where I'm holding children?
That's them telling you that your time is coming, dog.
I ain't saying all that, bro.
Sprinkling the dust. Sprinkling the dust.
Stop. Baby dust. They was sprinkling baby dust at dinner Saturday. No more. No, Sunday. Last night.
Sprinkling the baby dust on ya.
No, I was just around a pregnant woman last night. Don't do this to me.
Even better.
No. No more babies can be coming through right now. We already got 2 on the way. No more.
And there's going to be a 3rd. It's going to be you. Congratulations.
No.
It's not so fun with the turntables, huh?
I mean, if it happens, it happens. I got insurance.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
That's all I'm saying.
Anyway.
We'll figure it out.
Absolutely not.
But, you know.
We are going to move on, Lord have mercy, to our next section, which is the section in which we introduced last week. And here we are this week. Man, this one's just... I'm terrified. 2 truths and a lie.
I'm excited.
I'm terrified. Before we get into our before we get into our friend of the podcast, Rob's 2 truths and a lie, we're going to reveal our 2 truths and a lie. Which one was the lie? So please, actually, I've made you start on a couple of these tonight. I'll start.
You got it.
I will start. So my 3 choices. I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho over 100 times. I can play 10 different instruments. And I have a replica of the original Power Rangers Morpher. And the lie out of the 3 of those is that I can play 10 different instruments. That one is the lie.
That sounds like one I least expected, because that just sounds true as fuck.
Nah, I can only play, let's see. Technically. So like 5, comfortably 6, I would have to like hold it for a couple weeks and like noodle around on it a lot before I can say yeah.
It's multiple instruments.
Yeah.
Can I name them? No, but I know instruments.
That's fair. That's fair. You said that you thought that the Morpher one was a lie. Here it is right here. It's a replica. Has the little click thing and everything. Doesn't have any batteries in it. I need to get some batteries for it, but it's just as fine. Literally, I got it. I currently have the Mastodon coin in the thing. I was able to find some of the coins. One of them fell off the stand that it's on, the saber-toothed tiger, Triceratops, and the pterodactyl. Yeah, I bought this a couple years ago from the Ranger convention that me and my buddy go to every year. I bought it, and I'm happy, and I happily bought it. But that was that. I have, in fact, watched Yu Yu Hakusho in its entirety from start to finish over 100 times since the first time I ever watched it.
How do you even keep track of that, bro?
Because I know that, especially over the past like 10 years, I know that I've watched it. I've watched it over the past 10 years, upward of 50 alone.
That's crazy.
So like
that means you watch it 5 times a year, and that's a lot.
You could realistically, if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho, you could binge the entire show in like 3 days.
That's a lot.
Like you could binge the entire show in 3 days. So from the time I first watched it, back when I was like 6 years old, all the way up to now, I've watched it over 100 times.
I'll watch it. I watch Adventure Time in its entirety about 3 times a year, and it'll happen.
Exactly. So you can't say nothing to me.
Crazy.
All right, but what are your 2 truths and a lie?
My 2 truths and a lie was I had been in a newspaper. I own 5 swords, and I've seen all of the Harry Potter movies 3 times.
And I believe I said that the one that I thought was a lie was the Harry Potter movies.
It is a lie.
Ah! I knew it.
It's a lie because I've seen none of the Harry Potter movies.
I figured.
Fucking single one. I've never read the books. I ain't never seen the movies. I ain't doing none of that.
How are you friends with Gabby? Oh my god.
I distinctly remember in middle school, I saw people walking around. I was like, them books is too damn big. I'm not reading them.
That's tragic.
And I stand on that to this day.
That's tragic. That is tragic.
I stand on it. I'm never watching none of it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing that.
That is a tragedy. I don't understand how you're friends with Gabby. I really don't.
We just never talk about Harry Potter.
I'm gonna make sure she knows that you have never seen it, and that you've been and that you were dunking on it, and that you were saying that it was a terrible, horrible franchise. Which, I mean, to be fair,
didn't say that.
To be fair, I can't even really necessarily say that that's a bad thing to say, considering J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit. But
right, I didn't say it was a terrible franchise. You know, it's a strong franchise. It's got its fan base. I'm just not a part of it.
Tragic.
Do I know my sorting house and all that shit? Do I know my sorting house? Yes. That's it.
How you know? You can't know your house, but haven't watched any of the movies, haven't read none of the books.
The Pottermore quiz. I am valid.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You have
when
not.
I told Abby, she was like, "Yeah, that's right." So, exactly, it's right. My house is right.
No.
And valid, apparently.
No, it's not, because you haven't.
You
No. That's like saying you're a fan of Michael Jackson, but you can't even name like 2 of his albums. That's like saying you're a fan of Beyonce, but you can't even name any of her songs.
I can name a couple of them.
That's like saying, That's like saying. I'm trying to think of it. Hold on. I'm not good on my feet like this. Hold on.
One more.
Hold on. That's like saying that you love to paint, but you never use anything outside of crayons.
That ain't mean painting.
Exactly.
Yep.
Tragic.
My house is still valid. My house stands.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. But
my house stands.
But we will move on from that. We will, because we're not going to get into another argument. I'm not letting it happen. I refuse. We are going to go. We have one more. We have one more 2 truths and a lie. Because if you would all cast your minds back 1 week, I said that friend of the podcast, Rob, has given us 2 truths and a lie. And here are his 2 truths and a lie. We don't know which one is the truth. Or which one is the lie. I am a cover model of a Swedish murder mystery novel. I'm a paid sex worker. An older woman, 20 plus years, once mailed me her underwear. It was not a financial transaction. Now, I don't know what the answer is. Kristal doesn't know what the answer is. Our friend Rob has given us a PDF to open on the podcast, at which point we will know the answer. I'm looking at this screen right here because I've just opened it up on the screen that I'm about to share with Kristal on this podcast. You will see it on the screen if you're watching the video. You will hear it. We'll read it out loud for you. I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
I am so ready. I'm geeked, bro. Let's get it. Let's see this. Reveal the truth.
Oh no. So, all right. We're starting off. Hold on. I want to put both of our it's not letting me put both of our faces. Oh, that's why. That's why. Give me just a second here. I want both of us.
Knew it.
There we go. So, according to Rob, we were both right and both wrong. We picked sex worker as his lie, and that was wrong. That is the truth. We both said they all sounded like they could be true. You were right. They all were. What the fuck? Truth number one. I'm a cover model.
They all sound different. They could be right.
Okay, so truth number one. I'm a cover model for a Swedish murder mystery novel. I highlighted myself in red. That's him in the 9th grade. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
So that's him. That's crazy. Okay.
I just knew that. That just sounded like it was. That just sounded like it could be right.
Dog! Oh. I'm going to read this one. Okay. Truth number 2. I'm a paid sex worker. I am a phone sex operator. I do it from time to time. Haven't really focused a lot of attention on it lately. Here is my very first check. Small, but you have to really build a base to get the money to start pouring in. That's something I need to work on. Dog!
Hey, that's a check, bro. That's a check.
Dog!
A check is a check, sweet.
Dog!
A check is a check.
Dog! Dog! Wait! Dog! What? Wait.
The fact that we thought it was a lie just because it was like, nah, he probably do that shit for free.
That's crazy. Bro, that was last year!
I'm crying. That was no.
Yes, the date on it, right there.
Oh my God.
The date on it right there, dog.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Hold on.
That
Truth.
Funny.
Truth number 3. God almighty. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to get into our last section of today's episode because it is, dog.
Right. This is flooring.
That's crazy. Okay. All right. Truth number 3. Older lady sending me her panties. I was like 20, 21. She was 45, 46. We met online. She lived in Ohio. Mama. She lived in Ohio, and I lived in California. Talked on the phone and chatted a lot. This was before sexting was a thing, but phone sex and chat sex. Dog! No! Ah!
I need to show the screenshots. I'm trying to scroll.
This man gave actual screenshot. Dog! Dog!
No. Hey, hold up. Look at the first message. Look at the first great message.
Hold on. Before we get to the great, I'm thinking I was living in California when we first met, right? Yes, you were. Where you living now? Hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
You kept trying to get me to come to Cali to visit you. Dog!
Oh, my God.
Dog!
Oh, my God. Not you were interested in him. Oh, my God.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Dog, no. I can't even actually, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I don't know what to say anymore.
So
I have no rebuttal.
So his lie was that one of them was not true in the first place, when in fact they all were true. That was his lie.
It's the fact that we kind of called it. We kind of like, nah, he lying. He lying.
Yes.
Like, these sound true.
Dog.
That's flooring me. The receipts are flooring me.
It's the fact that there are receipts.
All right, it's the screenshots. It's the receipts.
Dog.
I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I'm not even gonna lie to you though, and I'm gonna say this with my full chest. 19, 20, 21-year-old me, I'd have done the same thing. I ain't gonna cap. If a 40,
if it's money.
listen, if a 40, 41, 42-year-old woman was interested in me at 20, 21 years old, I would 100% would have went after it.
That's literally older to be your mama.
And we at that point we are both. At that point, we are both legal consenting adults, and 100% throw my hands up. I will say it right here, as I am right now. I 100% when I hear about it online, either direction, whether it's an older dude, younger woman, younger dude. Now I'm just like, dog, but I can look myself in the mirror and say at 19, 20, 21, I would have gone for it. I 100% would have gone for it.
No, Chief. You on your own with that one.
I understand. And I understand I probably would be alone on that one. But I 100%, especially if, man, listen. 19, 20, 21-year-old me was a different beast. Both in the literal and physical, in the both literal and figurative sense, I was a different beast. I have learned, I have grown, I have matured, and I have become a better person since then.
I can't.
Lord have mercy.
I cannot.
Before we move on, and I'm so happy that we can do this, we do have another person that has watched the podcast that wanted to be a part of the Two Truths and a Lie. So they have given me 2 truths and a lie. And I'll be honest with you.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like we blew our load a little bit too quick. Because Rob's, these feel kind of tame in comparison. But
everyone's does.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in the slightest. But
and they always will.
Here it is. I play 4 instruments. When it comes to sports, I'm ambidextrous, meaning they can literally use either hand, they can swing either side, use either hand for like bowling, so which is pretty cool. And then I have had 8 jobs in 4 years. So they averaging 2 jobs a year. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know exactly which one is a truth. And I'm stuck between I play 4 instruments and when it comes to sports I'm ambidextrous.
I'm gonna, not knowing anything about the person, I'm gonna say 4 instruments.
See,
is a lot.
See, so not to point him out because I don't know if he wants me to say his name or whatever on the podcast. When I met him, he played Sousa. So I know he can at least play Sousa. And his wife, if I remember correctly, played piccolo. So it's very much possible she taught him how to play piccolo. So that's at least 2. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Does he know how to play? Because I'm pretty sure he also knows how to play trombone. Because, to be fair, low brass family, if you can play one, you can... Not all the time. Before you purists and elitists try to jump into my comment talking all kinds of mess. Not all the time. I recognize that. But in most cases, if you can play one, you are at the very least at an advantage to learn how to play and can play at a normal level of any of the others. I'm not saying that if you're a master at Sousa or at the tuba, that you would be able to pick up a trombone and do the same thing and be a master at it without having to put in any practice. No, what I'm saying is, if you're a symphony orchestra player on the tuba, you're at the very least a collegiate level trombone player. Or vice versa. That's my point of saying. It's like the skills are relative enough that you could be serviceable on the instrument in low brass if you know how to play one to be able to play the other.
Interesting.
I just had to get that out because I've had some like low brass elitists try to come at me and be like, well, actually, like, shut up, shut up. You are 100% the reason why people quit music majors. It's because of people like you. Like, shut up. So yeah, I think, in my opinion, I want to say that I think that the ambidextrous is the lie. We'll have to see.
I just want that to be true because that sounds cool.
It does, it does. But at the same time, they couldn't beat me in pool, so I really don't know how true that could be. And yeah, I'm saying it on the podcast. They couldn't beat me in pool. Yeah, that's right. I said it. I said it.
Crazy.
Now they gotta now they're gonna try to play me for their honor.
As they should.
Look, the only
As
reason listen, the only reason his wife beat me in pool is because I messed up and I knocked in the 8-ball. Similar to how Niecy beat me. Bro.
Damn.
Niecy, so the last time we talked like in person, she still brought that up because she was just like, I just remember that time we played pool and you kept losing because you kept knocking the 8-ball in, and I was just like, you had to remind me of that. You had to remind me of that. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Gotta love her, man.
But all right, we at this point are going to move on to our last section of the episode, and for that, I am going to take it and send it over to our new song intro for this section, because this section is
The asshole is read by Kristal.
And that song was actually created so lovely by friend of the podcast, Rob. He'd been messing around with some online stuff and was able to make that for us. And he figured out how to make a song for us. And he made a song specifically for Kristal and her section of the episode. Hopefully one day we'll be able to have actual intro, like song intros for each one. I think that would really boost the quality of the show. But thank you seriously again, Rob. Yeah, but with that, we're going to toss things over to the lovely Miss Kristal and let her have
it. So, this one, I think we're going to get a little interesting with it. That's super interesting. I remember you said I've been finding titles that really make you that really you need the context. This one really gonna make you need the context.
I hope so.
So, am I the asshole for blowing up at my sick husband when he asked for help with our toddler?
Dog, I don't know. Dog, I don't know.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Alright. So no.
I have nothing. I have nothing on this one. You stumped me. You have stumped me.
Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, so they mentioned they're gonna send this to the husband once the verdict comes in. Alright, it says, our toddler was sick throughout the weekend. I was up with him one night from 12:15 to 2:45.
Dang.
And on and off the next night. I probably got 10 to 12 hours of broken sleep the whole weekend. Yesterday, my husband mentioned he was starting to feel a little sick. Last night, I went to bed early, hoping to catch up on rest. All throughout the night, my husband woke me up way more than often than my toddler ever does, even on a bad night. Some of the times were not directly his fault, but other times I felt he was being inconsiderate. First time, he snored loudly in my ear. He asked for another blanket because he had the chills. I told him it was at the foot of the bed. He asked for help and reminded me that he helps me when I'm sick and that he still do the morning routine with our son. He had a nightmare I had to shake him awake from, which is normal. He whispered at Alexa to ask for the time. He asked for another blanket. I gave him mine. He made a phone call in bed and left a full volume voicemail to his work to let them know he needed to take a sick day. At 5:30 in the morning, he woke me up to ask if I could do the wake up routine with our son. I do bedtime, he does wake up. At this point, I blew up. I expressed how mad I was that he woke me up all night long, and now I have to wake up early to do what he said he'd still do. And I don't get to stay home and catch up on sleep. He said I was in the wrong because marriage is in sickness and in health. I immediately got up to get ready. He said I didn't have to start getting ready so early. I said yes I did because I start work at 7:30. I barely make it to work on time when I wake up at 6. And now I have to unexpectedly skip my shower, get my toddler ready, get his food ready for the day, feed him breakfast, drop him off at daycare, then take myself to work. I said he was a grown man with a cold and he robbed me of the rest I needed, and that I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. At that point I asked for space and we haven't talked since. I was late for work, which is a big deal at my job. I might be the asshole for blowing up at my husband when he asked for support during an unexpected illness. Am I the asshole for being mad at my sick husband?
Yes. After having context, 100% yes. And a lot of my reasoning for saying yes has to do with exactly what she herself said. It was an unexpected sickness. Now, 100%, I'm not saying that the husband is completely absolved of any wrongdoing in this situation. Because there were a couple times where he didn't have to do certain things that he did. But at the same time, I also would like to say that, like, yes, like you said, an unexpected sickness. Depending on, like, especially if he's not the type of person that gets sick very often, then by all means, yes, this is 100% her being in the wrong. I think she's in the wrong, at least. I think so. Just because it's like, to blow up at him is where it's like, dog. Also, you made the decision after being kept up all night. Why didn't you get up and go to the couch earlier? You put yourself in a position to not only mess around and get sick yourself, but then on top of it, you knew that he was sick. So, like, you knew that his quality of sleep was probably going to be lowered, which means that your quality of sleep is going to probably be lowered. You know?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Was the verdict not the asshole?
The verdict was not the asshole.
That's crazy.
And I'll tell you why the verdict was not the verdict was not the asshole.
Please tell me.
I feel like it was from a lot of women.
You know what? And that's fair.
Because a lot of times when men get sick, they act like babies.
Oh, 100%. I will admit that.
They can do anything for themselves. And the fact that she was already tired, and then you woke her up like 7 times throughout the night, half of them times were dummy shit. Like, why are you waking me up to talk to Alexa for the time? Go to sleep. You asking for a blanket twice. Nigga, it's down there. Go get it. Like, those are simple things you don't need to wake somebody up for. Whether, like, unless you are sick, dying on your deathbed, don't wake me up for a blanket.
But, like, again,
if you're well enough, no. If you sick enough to still be up waking me up, you talking to Alexa, you on the phone, you are well enough to get up and get your own blankets.
But we don't know that, though. We don't know that. We don't know how bad, because truthfully, by the way,
just started getting sick. So he wasn't sick all the way yet.
We don't know that. Based off of what she said, it sounds like, okay, first stages of a cold. But we don't know. And I'm playing devil's advocate in this. And I will 100%, and I'll throw my hand up and I'll say it like this. When I'm sick, those few times that I've been sick and I've had like situations where I'm like, I feel terrible. Yes, I do act like a big baby because I would like for my like wife or at the time my girlfriend, fiance, I like her to take care of me because I would like for her to like bring it to me because I'm already exerting enough energy just trying to stay awake, stay conscious, make myself feel better. But then the extra energy it would take to do certain things drains us. And I'll be 100 as somebody who constantly holds a lot of weight, and I'm not trying to. I will say I'm not trying to justify like this. I'm just trying to frame it in how it is in my mind. When as somebody who I feel like a lot of times I'm trying to hold the weight of the world, when I get sick, that is that moment of like, oh my God, for once, I don't have the weight of the world on me. I can just, and die for like 3 days while I'm trying to get over this sickness. And that's that time where it's like, can you please? Because 9 times out of 10, especially on my end, I'm not going to ask for anything. Even if I'm struggling, I'm not asking for nothing. I'm good. I got it. I'll be all right. But when I'm sick, I'm like, dog, please help me. Because this sucks. Bro, I've literally dealt with like a pinched nerve in my back, walked around on it for a couple days, and was fine. But when I had COVID, I was down and out for the count, dog.
See, but another reason I was saying, but another reason folks are saying she's not the asshole because flip it, when women are sick, we still have to do everything. We're still expected to do all this stuff, and if both of y'all are sick, you still got to get up and take care of stuff.
Nah, see, that right there is exactly why I know a lot of these relationships aren't partnerships.
They're not.
Because when my wife was sick, when my wife got sick, when my wife was doing all this other stuff, and I'll admit, and I'll openly talk about this on this podcast because this is something that I have apologized for. We've worked out together. I've worked on it. When Gabby got COVID, the first time, did she had COVID since? No, just when she got COVID, like back. This was literally Christmas of 2020. Like she got COVID December of 2020. She was with me the night before she got her positive testing because she was already like, "Oh, I don't feel good. I just want to come over and spend the night with you because I'm not feeling well." Blah 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 blah. When she was like real sick and she was like, "Oh my God, I think I might be sick," I remember because I was at my apartment. I remember literally like going into my closet, it was like a walk-in closet, and closing the door behind me and being like, "Oh my God, you're sick." And looking back, that was a terrible thing that I did. I will admit that because at that point it was already too late. If I had gotten it then, it would have been too late. So she ended up going. She got the test. She ended up being positive. I ended up being negative. But because of the fact that I was in contact with somebody that had it, of course I had to stay away for like 4 days, 5 days. But in that time, I didn't ask anything of her. But I would routinely go check in on her. Mind you, we lived in two separate cities at that point. I would go check up on her. I'd try to drop stuff off with her. I'd like try to check in with her parents to be like, "Hey, have y'all talked to her? How's she doing? Like, y'all good? What's going on?" And so literally even going to Christmas, I literally stopped by her apartment on Christmas, sat outside on her patio area, and we did Christmas through the glass. And so like there's it's not hard to have your relationship be a partnership. I feel like so many of these people, that's why we even have this "Am I the Asshole" right now. because of the fact of like this relationship clearly isn't a partnership. It's one person giving so much more than the other person to where now even trying to ask that one person to help do something that you were supposed to do, it feels like a total rip because it's just like I already do so much, and it's like that's where this situation is.
I'm not gonna completely agree because there is enough. She did. The person did address a bunch of comments and comments and questions people had, and one of the things that she responded to, she did say they had been together for 10 plus years.
Okay. Oh, that makes her even
They've
more of
been
an
together,
asshole.
they've been together for 10 plus years, but it was more of a burst of the moment. It was more of a spur of the moment outburst.
And
One
again,
out, not one asshole.
but see, but again though, if you first off, I know for a fact that that man has been sick within that 10 plus years of y'all being together. So yeah, y'all ain't always had a toddler, but like I know he's been sick before. So this is not a new occurrence that he does this when he's sick.
No, apparently this is something new. Like he's never like woken her up like this throughout the night before. Like this is some shit he just popped up out the blue and decided he want to wake her up 7 times in one night.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. But yeah, he just was. I guess he decided just to play dead and say. But either way, like she was just mad. Yeah, I was mad about the wake ups and the last minute change and plans that could have been avoided with better communication. Because you said you would still, do the little wake up with the toddler, and last minute, oh, I can't do it, nigga, because you've been waking us up half the night.
My thing
Like you should have
is,
said that yesterday. I don't know if I'll be able to, take care of the little Timmy tomorrow. Like, that's fine. I'm gonna go make sure I get some sleep so I can make sure I can take care of him.
my thing, and my thing in all of this is that a lack of communication does not warrant blowing up at your significant other. And that's still part of where my whole thing of like, listen, she's kind of the asshole in this because, yeah, I agreed 100% that it's a lack of communication that led to this situation. But had you decided, hey, you're not doing well, in fact, on both ends, had he said something sooner and had she asked, like, hey, you look like you're doing pretty bad, do you think you'll still be able to? Because after you got him down,
he said he would still do it. He said he would still take care of the son the next morning. And he didn't change his mind till the next morning. That's where the communication kind of broke. Like, nigga, why you ain't tell me that?
because I've been waking up 7 times tonight trying to get myself together.
All his behaviors, man.
Yeah, and then another thing, folks ask, oh, why don't you go sleep on the couch? Apparently, he don't like her sleeping on the couch.
And
He was more or less holding her hostage in the bed. So, like, she couldn't go sleep anywhere else, even if she wanted to.
It does not like her sleeping on the couch.
No.
That's something.
Yeah, he said he don't sleep well alone.
well,
And he
obviously
doesn't
he
let her
didn't
sleep.
sleep well with her in the bed either. So
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know. But, yes, there is an update that she gave at the end of all this. Update. Husband saw the comments and guaranteed me uninterrupted sleep going forward. I again offered to sleep on the couch, but he insisted he take it and the baby monitor. As a compromise, we'll be sleeping separately on weeknights and together on weekends, unless I need to catch up on sleep or if one of us is sick. After seeing all perspectives, including husbands, I'll agree with an everyone is an asshole verdict, with me being 20% the asshole. I had a right to be mad, but I should not have blown up. He should be able to ask for help, but within reason. I apologize for being snappy. He apologized for the wake ups. No divorce lawyers necessary.
She's 40% in this situation. I'm not giving her 20. I'm not giving her 20. Nah, 40%.
Listen, that's what her and the husband talked about.
I don't care. That's
They
40%.
agree. I guess they agree on 20.
40%. Nah, because my biggest thing is, why would you go to Reddit about something like that's my thing. Like, you couldn't even just communicate, or find a family therapist. Find a therapist for y'all. I'm tired of people using Reddit for their therapy.
Listen, Reddit is free. Therapy is not. To some. To some, it's not.
I don't care. You know how bad a lot of these people be on Reddit? All the trenches.
Yeah, so many people, it's just, y'all just doing too much.
Exactly.
But I wish you would be sick and you don't wake me up to ask for a blanket that's at the foot of the bed. I'm finna hit you. You're not finna wake me up to ask for no blanket that you can easily get yourself.
That's fine. Hit me. Can you at least hit me with the blanket?
No.
Yes.
You get it yourself.
Fine,
No.
but I'm gonna be even more of a nuisance. I'm gonna be even more. I'm gonna be even more of a nuisance if you, especially if you're like, get it yourself, and you like turn over. I'm gonna be even more of a nuisance. I'm getting up on both of my knees. I'm going to like shake the bed as hard as I can. I might try to flip the mattress with both of us in it. Like,
So at that point, I'm like, oh, you can flip the mattress, but you can't get the blanket. I see you ain't sick. Go take the old parent route. You ain't sick enough to not play that game. You ain't sick. Go to work.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can agree. I can agree. Everybody's the asshole in the situation. 100%.
Yeah. You know what? Since everybody asshole, throw the baby in there too.
But the baby didn't do nothing. I mean, technically,
exactly. Why the baby?
I mean, technically, the baby. I mean, technically, the baby got the dad sick, but
exactly. So why the toddler ain't help?
How the toddler gonna help?
Toddler
how the toddler gonna help? Make that make sense.
I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly.
If everybody asshole, that means it's the toddler too.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it. Stop it.
The toddler should have been singing first. They fault.
Lord have mercy. That's a mess.
The toddler could have got up and thank you.
That's a mess. But you know what time it is? You know what time it is? Time to finish off the drink so we can wrap today's episode up. Whew, got a chill off of that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 41 of the Drunk Texting Podcast. Man, it's hard to believe. 41 episodes. 41 episodes we in this. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, if you would please drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share, drop everything that you can and help support us. Even if that means dropping your clothes. We won't judge. Follow us.
Drop them in your own house.
Yeah, right. Don't mess around and get arrested trying to support us. All right.
Please don't. We will not bail you out.
Facts. I ain't got bail money. I'm sorry.
I will not donate to your GoFundMe to get out of jail. I'm gonna comment. Keep them in there.
That's crazy. They were stripping to support us.
Keep them. We don't condone that.
What about strippers? We don't condone strippers.
We endorse strippers.
Oh God, not Nicki Minaj.
We endorse strippers. But if you ain't getting paid and you stripping for free, I don't endorse that.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one. And what you can give us is a follow on all of our social medias, which include our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our Bluesky page, our Instagram page, our TikTok page, our Spotify page, and of course our YouTube page. You can follow me everywhere at _YoungJB, which is at _YUNGJAYBEE. Absolutely. And where can the people find you, Miss Kristal?
They can find me everywhere at Kristal Deshan. KRISTALDESHANE.
Absolutely. We love that so very much. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing left to say but to say that we will see you in the next episode, which will be episode 42 of the Drunk Texting Podcast. Please remember, as always, because we say it on every episode, because we mean it in every single episode, that you are loved, that you are appreciated, and that we right here are so incredibly glad that you decided to join us on this podcast known as the Drunk Texting Podcast. We will see you next week. We hope that you have a great rest of your Thursday, a great Friday, a great weekend, and a great next week. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye. Hey, we love that. We love
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.